Be finishing up the lecture for your 1.3, solving quadratics by using the quadratic formula. The first thing you want to make sure is that the equation that you're given is in standard form. That means everything needs to be on the same side, not like this one equal to 0. So the first step in this one would be to subtract 3 over to move it. So we have 4x squared plus 8x. And if I subtract that, it would be a negative 3. And it would zero out that right-hand side. The reason we do that is because then we can identify the right sign for the values for A, B, and C. So your A value is always in front of your x squared term, so it's a 4. Your B value is a positive 8, and your C value is a negative 3. And then we're going to plug it into this formula right here. Please take note that there's a negative in front of B always. Sometimes your B value could be negative, so you have a double negative that you'll have to fix. The formula starts out with a negative in front of B. So negative, but this time my B value is just 8, so you just put in that 8. Plus or minus, there's your 2 solutions happening there, but it looks like one problem. B, so 8 squared minus 4 times A, and A is a 4, times C, and C is a negative 3. All that's divided by 2 times A, and A is 4. I really highly recommend not trying to type everything underneath the radical when you're working with these, because sometimes you can get imaginary numbers. In this case, you're not, but I think it's a good practice to stay in. So what I have in highlighted in yellow, you'll want to just type in your calculator. So 8 squared minus 4 times 4 times a negative 3 is 112. So I did let my calculator do the math under the radical, but I'm leaving it under the radical. And 2 times 4 is 8. So from here, we have a couple things happening. We need to simplify this radical, but also this 8 goes to both that term, and we have 2 solutions, 2 things to represent this. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this apart, 8 over 8, plus or minus, and then I'm going to simplify the square root of 112 with my calculator to keep it in radical form. So the square root of 112 is 4 square roots of 7. So we have 4 square roots of 7 over 8. And then you need to reduce from there. So negative 8 over 8 makes a whole number negative 1, plus or minus. And then you can reduce the whole number parts. I can't reduce 8. I mean, it couldn't anyways, like underneath the radical, but this can reduce to like a 1 over 7, except for just like a 1 over 2. But we wouldn't put a 1 there because that would be understood kind of like if that were the letter A, it would be understood. So in WebAssign, I know it kind of looks like it's one thing. WebAssign does not have a plus or minus tool. So you would type in negative 1 plus the square root of 7 over 2, comma, negative 1 minus the square root of 7 over 2. And the only thing that's over 2 is that radical. Doing another example using the quadratic formula. Again, first step in this one is to put it in standard form. Sometimes they give it to you in standard form, but in our notes, we're having to manipulate it so we never forget that we need to have everything on the same side. So 2x squared, I would have to subtract x since it's positive to move it over, and then I would have to add 5 to move it over since it was negative, and that will zero out that right-hand side. So my A value is 2, my B value is a negative 1, and my C value is 5. So we have negative in our formula in front of B, but this time our B value is a negative 1. Then we have plus or minus the square root of B squared, so negative 1 squared, make sure you put that in the parentheses, minus 4 times A, and A is 2, times C, and that is a 5. All over 2 times A, and A is a 2. All right, so I'll simplify and put it underneath again. So a negative and a negative means that's actually a positive one, starting that off. We need to plug this into our calculator. Remember, it's super important that you do use parentheses when you have a negative number. Otherwise, your calculator reads that wrong. Like if you say -1, just as a example, squared, negative times a negative is a positive one. But if you were to type -1 squared without the parentheses, it stays negative because it's saying what's the opposite of 1 squared. So parentheses matter when we're working with negatives a lot. -1 squared minus 4 times 2 times 5 is a -39. This is an example of why I don't type it underneath the radical to start. 2 times 2 is 4. So remember, when you have a negative, we have to pull an I out to make it a positive underneath because we can't work with it. So, and then you would want to see if the square root of 39 could reduce after that, which it won't. There's not a perfect square factor, 39. So we could write this as 1 plus or minus I square roots of 39. So that I is just in front of the radical. And you put that all over 4. You could do it separately over 4 if you want, kind of like we did up here, so you never forget. But since they can't reduce, technically you could just put it all over 4. So when typing that in, like I said, you have a couple options. You can put it all over 4 or separate, but we do have to write this as 2 solutions because of the plus or minus. Quadratic equations always have 2 solutions. If you have an x squared, you have 2 things to represent x. So we have 1 plus I square roots of 39 all over 4, and 1 minus I square roots of 39 all over 4. I chose to be lazy, kind of, and not separate it, but you could have had 1 over 4 plus I square roots of 39 over 4 if you wanted. But I believe WebAssign reads it either way. And then we have an application problem. After a baseball is hit, the height h in feet of the ball of the ground in t seconds after it is hit can be approximated by this equation. We're working with this equation. Using this equation, determine when the ball will hit the ground. So the height is 0 in that case. So we're just going to replace 0 for the h. So this becomes a quadratic equation that we can just solve. It's already in standard form, and we can use the formula above to solve this. So you have your A value is -16, your B value is 70, and your C value is 4. So negative from the formula, my B is 70, plus or minus the square root of B, so 70 squared minus 4 times A is 16. Times C is 4, all over 2 times A, and A is a -16. Okay, so we have -70 plus or minus, and then we're going to see what this number is underneath that radical if we were to do all that math. So we have, I'll put in these parentheses just to stay consistent. It's not a negative, so it doesn't matter that much, but 70 squared minus 4 times a -16 times 4. Okay, so I type that in my calculator and we get 5156. Sometimes your calculator won't simplify and keep in radical form big numbers, kind of like it has a limit of how far it will simplify it for you. We multiply this times this, we get that. But that's okay, because in this case, it's an application problem. So we will be given rounding instructions, and that tells you that you can turn the radical into a decimal anyways. When you don't see rounding instructions, you know, the most perfect answer is going to be in radical form. So that's why we leave things in radical form a lot of times. So what you will do from here to find your 2 solutions, and you could type this into your calculator left or right, except for you're going to have to do it twice and do a plus sign between it. And so we'll do that one first. So I'm just gonna type this in my calculator exactly the way I see it. So I have a fraction key, -70 plus the square root of 5156 all over a -32. And so that gives me, let's say they tell us to round to the nearest hundredth. So that gives me like negative 0.06. So remember, x is representing actually the t value. Should have probably put a t. We're used to using x's, but time. And so we cannot have negative time, right? So this is not a rational answer. So I know that's not going to be an answer that I'm going to use for this problem. Let's see if we put a minus sign in the middle, if that makes it a number that would be more rational. So everything's the same. The only thing different is the sign between. So fraction key, I highly recommend you typing it in, you practicing it, you pausing this video. Make sure you type it in right, get the same thing I get. So it looks like I got 4.43. So this would be a rational answer, and so we would only use that one. Because I know in quadratic equations, there's two possible answers, right? But in this case, one doesn't make any sense in real life application, so we wouldn't include that one. We'd only use that positive number.